Alrighty. You do this thing we call lunch. Right on the set, boys and girls. Getting ready to go live on the radio. Zoom Room Video Communications brought to you by the BMC.
Quiet on the set. You're listening to WRFB, Radio Free Britannia, and no other freaking better place in the world than Deltona, Florida. Here you are, lunch with no other than the dynamic duo, Laz and Jack.
Greetings, everybody. This is Laz.
And this is Jack. Welcome to another edition of Lunch with Laz and Jack, where we interpret the news so you don't have to.
That's right. Bringing you our own brand of news right here, inside and outside Shroud of the Avatar, 5 days a week for your viewing and listening pleasure. Welcome to today's show, boys and girls. It is Tuesday, November 20th, 2018, here inside Shroud of the Avatar, and welcome to today's show. We just had a patch and trying to find my partner in crime here on the set.
I don't know where you're at, man.
I came on into the set and nobody there, so I'm recalling to my lot. Maybe that'll put us in. No, that ain't doing it either.
I've got a Condis in my set.
Let's see.
And Hugh Wolfrider.
878.
They're in my instance.
Send me an invite.
Okay, invite Lazarus along. Yep. But yes, another patch came in right before the show. It actually came in, according to the patch notes, at 10:45. And how you doing, NV? So while Laz is trying to figure out how to teleport, we can always bring up those patch notes.
You think?
This is patch number 876, which updated the quantity sliders should now only validate values once the input field is deselected.
Is deselected.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Frostguy skulls can once again be placed on tables and exterior floors. AoE spells no longer apply damage multiple times if other people are in the same instance. Don't ask me what that means.
Yeah, that's weird.
What was it? Re-triggering the spell to do additional damage, or what's going on?
And my understanding was the AoEs were hitting multiple times, like they're not supposed to. Instead of hitting once per second, they were hitting 4 times, 3 times, whatever. And I thought they had fixed that previously. But I don't understand the actual wording behind this one. This is a little... Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, so, does that mean if I cast it and you cast it, one cancels the other out? I don't know.
Yep.
Eagle, welcome to the show. Candace, how are you? Of course, Envy. Good to see everybody out there. Just a quick reminder, this is our last show of the week. Very short week for us due to the Thanksgiving holiday, so thank you for all.
So very short that... Where are you going to be tomorrow?
Probably just prepping, getting crap ready for Thursday.
Oh, see, I'll be prepping for fair.
Well, same difference, except yours is for the whole weekend.
Yeah. See, I've got to do laundry, figure out how I'm going to put 30 gallons of water in something, figure out how I'm going to load my generator without tearing up my arm again.
Without tearing yourself up, yes.
Yeah. Then all kinds of stuff. It's going to be interesting. Then what kind of things I'm going to take with me?
What kind of toys?
What toys? Yeah. It's going to be awesome.
Laptop, right? Cameras.
Yeah. I think I'm definitely taking my camera.
Fuzzy handcuffs. Yeah.
I don't know fuzzy handcuffs.
You don't know what you're missing.
I've got restraints. But yes, lube. Yes, absolutely.
Nut butter.
Yeah, nut butter. Tissues. Some baby wipes. Who knows? But let's see. Previously inaccessible ore nodes in Elysium Mines, Exeter Crag Mines, Graft Gem Mines, and Plains Encounters are now accessible. The clearing task of for the newbie tutorial for the task of drag the potion on to the health bar that has been improved. The ore node in Lost White Guard Silver Mine is now easier to access.
Yay! I've been down there.
You know exactly which node it's...
No.
Yeah, I have no idea. Text related to banks and control points have been updated in the new player handbook. Using the boat to teleport to Brittany Fields from Brittany Fort will now place you in the docks of that scene. Emily in Sultan no longer produces an error with the keyword Quincy, along with other errors fixed in her quests dialogue. Stan Clark in Sultan no longer produces error in his How to Sing response, because that's one of those awesome emotes that you need to learn.
How to sing.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, I did.
Then major decoration surfaces are added for the marble dungeon rooms.
Very nice.
Yeah. Then after that, Barrett and South Drockfald's Spur no longer produces errors with his Lucky Leather response.
Jack's gonna have his lucky leather on this.
Jack's not going to be wearing much. I don't know what you're talking about.
Isn't that hat of yours made of leather?
Yeah, it is.
Well,
so I might be wearing the hat.
Yeah. What can I say? Anyway, yes, moving right along. Gonna be an interesting holiday weekend. I haven't seen much going on game wise. Again, I'm surprised. Again that there is no major Black Friday sale announcement unless the updates have been updated since we logged in here. Check that because the patch got snuck in on me. I logged in and not seeing anything related to anything besides the normal stuff that's going on there. But,
not a lot. I mean, we do have stand up corner. As you can tell, I am losing my voice.
You are.
Yeah. So it's I have no idea. But yeah, so stand-up corner. Don't forget that's where the devs say, "Hey, I worked on this yesterday. I'm working on this today."
Jumping right on in today is.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell's going on.
I was going to point out the normal everyday sales, but okay, we can jump to stand up.
Let's go back to sales. Because all updates. There's nothing there. November 30th, you've got the Really 60 live stream. remember, no Friday live stream this week.
Yeah, again, that's what I was actually checking for, but nothing. So,
well, I mean, it's like everything's already off 50%. So why would you do an additional Black Friday sale?
I don't know, because it's Black Friday. Everybody's going to be out shopping, looking for deals, and maybe make it a little sweeter. Get a little extra money in the coffers. I don't know. Just a thought. Yeah.
Yes.
Just a thought, but anyway.
They could just say Black Friday sales are now on. And it just say the same prices, but I have no idea.
I'm assuming that we'll have the standard Friday sale, though.
Yeah, so, something.
Maybe that's why they're then not making any announcement. All right, anyway. Moving right along.
Where are we moving to now?
Stand up.
Stand up? Well, now I got to go find that tab again.
Jeez.
I have no idea where that tab is.
Killing me.
Yep. Oh, yeah. And for those of you that are traveling to parents, siblings, whatever, do yourself a favor. Call now and ask them what the Wi-Fi password is. Be prepared. Get that stuff out there early. So that way and don't forget to figure out what you're doing. And that's thanks to El Arroyo in Austin. But then, yes, stand-up corners where the devs say, hey, I worked on this yesterday. I'm working on this today. Something random gets written down, eventually gets posted to the interwebs, and we get to interpret it, so you don't have to. So over in the art department, Damon is working on bugs and seasonal creatures. Over in design, Beezus. He was trying to figure out fishing. Then over Sanyo, he was working on the thing we didn't talk about yesterday.
That thing we didn't talk about yesterday is
Sanyo working on quests and bugs.
Bug.
The Energy Vortex, List Rostov working on dungeons and bugs.
Bug. Yeah, he's actually, he popped in right before the show, and he's actually going out for lunch, so good for him. And I don't know why you would want to call your dad and ask for the Wi-Fi password. I mean, usually I just go sit down, hack the router, and get the password myself.
Change the password yourself,
and fix the problems they have by making it easy for people.
Yeah.
Actually,
what's the damn problem?
I usually don't have to ask because I'm the one who set up the password for them. So, what's up, Zook? Ain't no damn problems. It's Tuesday, and we got the rest of the damn week off, so there ain't no damn problem.
Well, I just dropped in to check on everybody's browsers.
Oh yeah, checking out everybody's browsers. You
browser
doing
game.
Browser security check for everybody?
Yeah, is all your browsers working?
Yes, everybody's browsers are working fine. Except Jack's got a problem trying to find what tabs he's.
Jack's got a problem with he's kind of losing his voice today.
Yeah, that too.
Well, it's a good thing I dropped in then.
Yep. Jack wants to go back to sleep. That's what it really is. Jack had to help someone move
he kind of says that he needs to do a Macromedia Flash update for his soda input.
Yeah. Check out your DiveX too.
Yep.
I went to a party last night where Darkstar was the DJ, and I got booed right out. I got booed right out of there by the whole crowd when I got my lute out and started playing on it. Hell, I didn't realize I was going to disrupt everything.
So you didn't get up and grind on him or anything like that during the party?
No,
dance in his lap.
No, I kept my distance from him.
You just decided to mess around with the dance party.
Well, I
You had
didn't
some-
mean to. I mean, hell, I showed up drunk with my monkey on marijuana, and I got my lute out, started playing it, and got hollered at by half.
Yeah, that kind of happens.
So
at
yeah,
times.
I'm guessing that
But
was
moving right along.
the release party, which now happens on Mondays. I forget all about that since they don't have Fridays.
It happens whenever they feel like it's. Sometimes it's Friday, sometimes it's Monday, and
Actually, I believe Dark Star has called it officially as Mondays after from hereafter.
okay.
Unless they
Okay.
decide to change their mind again, but that's my understanding
Probably
of
going to happen.
the way it's working. But anyway, that's right. Moving right along to tech.
Yes, over in the tech department, Dr. Bob working on bugs.
Bug. What?
JY working on synchronization. Wizard Smoke also working on bugs.
Bug.
And Crown Merchants. Then the Burning Toad working on builds and synchronization and bugs. And don't forget, there was a synchronization problem with mobs and scenes that they're working on that they worked to address. Tasla was working on it. Over in Studio Services, Chaos was working on live stream support and patch notes and sales, and released 60 store editions. And Serafino was working on the live stream and sanity testing and Jira testing and forums and shipping planning. Then useless overhead. I know. Useless overhead. They were working on builds and playtesting and Jira audits. Lord British was working on playtesting and shipping planning and administration. And that's what our devs said they were working on in yesterday's stand-up meeting, which takes us... Do we want to do today's?
I was going to say, might as well roll into it because we're not going to be here for the rest of the week. And, yeah, you've plowed through most everything else already, so might as well.
Yeah, we've plowed through everything because Jack's like...
For giggles and grins, I'm going to go ahead and drop this picture in Discord one more time for those of you who haven't seen this picture. Oops.
Is it the picture of Flair in a dress?
No, that's not the
because
one.
I shared that on my stream.
That's not the picture.
But that's because I have a death wish.
Yeah, you just wanted to come beat.
Nah.
God dang, there's another patch?
Yeah, there was one this afternoon.
Be thankful that it's not the Fallout 76 patch. But
yeah, those things are brutal.
That they're going to be. The Fallout 76 patch was like 26 gigs for their patch.
For those of you who didn't see this picture the other day, there's a picture of all the boxes that arrived at the office that are being shipped out from the office. Just a couple boxes. So there's a little logistics.
Yeah, pretty much, Envy. Pretty much.
Yeah, Fallout 76 is a new game that is out, but their game, first off, their game is huge. I mean, it's just an immensely huge game. It was like 50 gigs just for the game alone. And yeah. And
how are they doing this week on Reddit?
Don't know.
Haven't been there in a while.
I beta tested it for a couple days, and again, not my normal genre, but I got a free key to check it out. Checked it out. It seemed all right.
Not your shtick. Envy says it's bad. It's bad. Bad.
Yeah, it's go here, do this, do that, kill this along the way, get rewarded, pick up this, build that, go to the next location. It's your standard, follow the exclamation point to the next quest.
Yeah.
I tried that a little bit, and I really didn't see it being. It was more like you run into somebody else who just came out of the bunker, and of course, sure, the first thing you're going to do is shoot the guy that's another survivor of the nuclear holocaust. That really makes sense. Let's thin the population down some more.
Hey, shh.
Hey,
Yep.
I'm just saying.
Yep.
But I like the fact that you could.
But yeah, so
Today's stand-up.
Tuesday's stand-up. Don't forget, that's same thing goes. Art department, Damon working on seasonal creatures. Sanyo working on bugs. In episode 2 planning and player town updates. The Energy Vortex working on dungeons. Over in tech, you have Dr. Bob working on bugs. JY working on bugs in forums. Then the Deathbringer one only working on bugs in code review. Burning Toad working on bugs and builds. Taslo working on web payment updates. And then studio services, we had Chaos working on forums and dungeon support and in administration. And Serafino's working.
Amazon payment system working again?
I have no idea. I mean, it's like maybe they'll go with Stripe integration or something. I have no clue. Serafino is working on customer service and events and announcements and patch notes and forums. And then today there is no useless overhead to interfere with
We
things.
get rid of all the useless overhead.
And if you notice,
What?
The Office, yeah, no useless overhead. Yeah.
But yes, that's what the devs are working on. Always hard at work, always keeping things fresh, trying to introduce new stuff to the world. Of course, fishing is taking the world by fire. Duke, what's fishing like over in Black Rock these days? You got a whole fishing area set up out there. I know there's new docks and stuff.
Oh yeah, I got a marina out there, but it's already polluted all over the place. Man, there's plastic laying all over the place. I pulled a pair of underwear out of the water just the other.
Got all those plastic straws out there.
I missed it. There was 2 questions at once.
Was it your underwear?
Oh.
Was it Obsidian's
underwear? I don't wear underwear.
Okay. Was it Obsidian's underwear?
No, she don't wear underwear either.
Was it Laz's underwear?
I don't know whose underwear it was. It's unidentified floating underwear. It's a UFU.
I don't live on the docks.
Yeah.
All right, anyway, moving right along. This is a topic I wanted to hit yesterday. It's still out there today, and according to the original poster, Armelian, this happened during one of the recent patches, apparently. I don't know how much water this topic actually holds, because I don't know anybody who ever uses those values as an actual reference. So what his complaint was artifact values cut by 60 to 93% without even a mention in the patch note. And what he's referring to is when you take and look in your inventory, your artifacts, everything's got a price, whether it be 0, whether it be 20, whether it be 100, whether it be 1,000. Those prices have generally been, unless it's vendor trash, as we call it, has been mostly set by players as to what the value is, to whether there's any crafting use, any this, any that. And again, with the artifacts, all artifacts, the minute they come out, are a hot commodity for a while until there's too many on the market, and then they inherently just drop. So I don't see. Good.
I've got a couple of artifacts on me. Actually, make that 6 or 7 artifacts on me.
Pull up my inventory. I'm sure I've got like a cowbell.
Yeah, and like some of them, and if you would turn around and sell it to a vendor, that's only 300 gold for like my two-handed mace of unsummoning.
Right.
The wand of undying embers is 750. Pax ring 500.
Cowbell of reaping is 500 gold. Let's see,
Yeah.
Lich ring. Ring of the Leech
you have
kind.
to remember, you cannot turn around and sell any of these to an NPC for this amount. They always do about half of that. So when you start looking at players selling artifacts, that does negatively affect your ability to make some gold with those rare drops.
Well, again, my whole thought on this is two of the artifacts I just showed here. The Ring of the Leech kind right now selling for about 75 to 100k still. They used to be worth 200-300k.
Well, that's the player
right. But
yeah.
do you know anybody? Do you sell artifacts to the NPCs? Let me ask you that. You don't even get enough to find artifacts for crying out.
all of these artifacts on me are me from hunting, including. Wait, what happened to my Pax ring? I need to put that back for my fishing bonus for the bait recovery.
What? Why would you sell an artifact to an NPC?
That's my point. Yeah. So I don't understand the argument from the player going the values were cut for the NPC values because that doesn't affect their intrinsic value to the player market. I just don't see that.
Quite possibly he had so many artifacts that he could sell a lot of them to NPCs to keep the player market not as saturated as it is.
Yeah,
that's pretty thin.
One player doing that is not going to thin the market.
You do have to remember, Armelian is one of those guys that can go out and solo.
I understand who he is, but I also know 50 other guys just like him who can do the same thing. So,
what do they do when they have like 35 Pax rings?
They put them on. I just saw a vendor over in Novria Market, all rings 4K. Okay,
yeah,
all rings.
Yeah,
4K.
I saw that guy.
Okay, but I don't know why he's doing that when essences are selling at 5K or lower because Kodos are,
There you go, Mother CW. That's right.
Yeah.
So I don't get it. What did Mom have to say? Yeah, salvage them for essences. Absolutely. Yeah. But this guy's got, probably 60 rings on his vendor, all for 4K. And believe me, I thought about it. But, I went out before they did the changes to making artifacts come essence when you salvage them. And I bought up a shit ton of them off the market dirt cheap. So I've got my own collection of them for essence. Just saying. At 4K, to buy them, turn them in essences and turn them, if you want to, work on your salvaging a little, probably worthwhile for somebody who's got the cash.
Yeah, I have.
But again, I don't know anybody at all. And if Armelian was selling them, then I'm sorry to hear that. I don't see how this would affect the intrinsic value across the board on the player market. Don't see it.
I don't know. I don't sell anything to vendors. I scrap everything that I can.
And, it depends. Again, I don't do much with melting or any of that stuff. So if I'm out in the dungeons getting shit tons of swords and bows and stuff, these days I just run over to Theo and I sell them to Theo. Usually I get a couple thousand gold. And you know what? It's a hell of a lot faster to sell them to Theo and get a couple thousand gold than it is to sit at the crafting table scrapping those bad boys. Because you got to go, okay, I got to go to carpentry table for the bows, and I gotta go to the smithing table for the this, and I gotta go over to the tailoring table. No, I take it all, dump it on Theo. I'm done. Cash me.
Maconda's just raised up an interesting question. Is the ransom price based off the NPC vendor price?
Now, see, that was another argument that was going on out there, and that was something that was brought up. We brought this up last week on the show. Was that and maybe this is in reference to that they did some work on that in conjunction with the ransom tables. The problem they were saying was that the ransom was some ungodly amount compared to what the actual price of an item was. That was whether it was a reagent or an artifact, which, again, reagents. So somebody put forth that it was 4 times the cost of the item was the ransom, but we ran the numbers according to what the reference was, and those. Well,
we looked at the screenshot, and that was inconsistent.
And it was inconsistent with that theory. So maybe there was something that as they were doing a cleaning pass, doing a bug pass, doing a whatever pass. They looked at that and accordingly balanced numbers to what could be. And again, that's been a big conundrum across the board from day one. The prices that NPCs bought certain things for, and players were always what I'm looking for. They wanted to make a big profit off of selling shit to the NPCs. It was not the game plan to be. I guess for the crafters, where the idea is actually to sell to your players, not the vendors to make your. But I'm guessing somewhere along the line, this all got put together and somebody made a pass cleaning up numbers. I've never agreed with, finding a, one of them nice rare swords like the skull sword that's supposed to be ultra rare. It's not. I've got a handful of them. Not as rare as people think it is. And when you find something like that, that should have an intrinsic cost on the vendors, and it had some silly next to nothing cost, which I thought was not quite right. But it's, I don't know.
The economy is squirrely, to say the least.
Still needs quite a little bit of work, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's one where even the issue of, hey, if you've got weapons and armor, you should sell them to the blacksmith. It's only a couple of blacksmiths that actually works at. If you're selling like fruit baskets, you should sell that to a farmer. Those price controls are not fully implemented as of yet, and it is one where
actually there's a list, and I believe we have the list pinned in our Discord, where you can find which vendors
pays the best.
Which vendors pay the best for what item? Somebody did that.
That's also one where it's like it's not fully implemented.
How so? How do you know that's not the full implementation of it?
I don't know.
Why should all vendors, again, they pay the same price? I don't think so.
Well, if you go to say the blacksmith in Brittany, he should probably pay more than the blacksmith in Braemar.
I'll tell you what, you buy a pack of cigarettes in Texas, you buy a pack of cigarettes in Florida, you buy a pack of cigarettes in South Carolina, you buy a pack of cigarettes in New York. Do you pay the same price for them?
Oh, hell no.
Oh, thank you. Hello.
But at the same time, it's like it's one where it's like you would actually have to know those prices.
I actually buy my cigarettes in Nicaragua. That's pretty damn cheap.
You probably paid more in postage.
When I was in Ireland, I actually bought tobacco from Spain.
Well, that would make sense.
And had it shipped to Ireland.
Yeah, so again, Any other thoughts on this topic? Because I just don't see how that would have an effect, unless, of course, I mean, attunement rings. He's saying they dropped from 12 to 5. Like I said, there's a guy selling them dirt cheap at 4. So, I mean, they're still worth at least that on vendors. I've seen them in the 4 to 10 price range.
That is on player vendors. So
I understand that.
Player economy is not the same as game economy.
If you go out in the world and do a price of rings across the board, you're going to find out 4 is pretty damn low on the chain. That's all I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Because again, Essence is now worth more than 4. So if this guy, again, the economy is very skittish when it comes to certain things. Now, I'll throw something like Suet or Granite out there. Granite was worthless up until 2 releases ago. Now it's the hottest commodity on the market. Yeah. Right, Zeke?
God dang.
Who the hell would have thought Granite?
Hey, what's that useless thing that we keep on getting? Obsidian chips.
Obsidian chips. Well, not useless if you're using it for what it's used for.
Yeah, I don't do any obsidian crafting.
Is not even crafting. Don't they use that in
Chaos Magic?
Chaos Magic, that's right.
Yeah, you make potions with it too.
I believe it's also used in alchemy as well. Absolutely, there's several uses for it now. Now I'd like to see, things like cutworm finally get some uses. I got a chest full of aortic thrombuses floating around. I'd like to have something to do with, and I'm sure there's several other items I could think of. Those graph gems. Be nice to do something with those wonderful graph gems that those took a hit a while back also.
The graph gems you're supposed to turn into because they're a quest item. You're supposed to turn them in.
It's not a redoable quest, is it?
I think it was like once a day.
I don't believe that was.
I've done it several times. Just it's been a year plus.
Yeah, did you do it several times on those newly created characters? You can't even recall, I'm sure.
No, it was on the same character, but it was a very, very long time ago.
I don't know. We'll have to go. Yeah, but then.
Guys, I got to get off here for the day. Y'all have a good day.
Okay.
We got a potluck over at the BFW. I got to get.
Ooh, sounds like fun.
Go get some free food.
There you go.
Yep.
Take it easy, Duke. Happy Thanksgiving. We'll see y'all after the holiday.
Yeah.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
No, Condis, that quest is actually still there. They're still sitting up the front. There's actually 2 quests there, and they can both be done easily. But I always thought it was a one-time only. Once you did it, that was it. And I mean, heck, I go graph gem mines all the time and pass those 2 by. I just never think to stop and go, okay, let me check for the quest again. I did it. I figured I'm done. And for those people who don't know, there are many repeatable quests to do. Going back to a topic from yesterday is, Jack and I made a decision of what we wanted to do, how we were going to do it in game and set up shop, and that's what we do.
How we're going to price our stuff.
This is how we price things. This is how we're going to set out shops. This is what we're going to do with stuff, and having to run repeat quests to make my money or make my this or that, not in the game book. And doesn't have to be in yours either. That's what I love about
the
these
plan
type
for
of games.
localized economies, I think, was thrown out the window.
Well, we went when the control points went. I mean, you and I both were proponents of that. No, opponents of that. I'm sorry, not proponents. We were both opposed to.
I was a proponent of localized economies.
With control points.
I wanted control points to actually be a lot more immersive.
Well.
And I wanted that to be controlled by whatever group is controlling the control point. Like the fast travel, they would actually take a percentage of anybody that uses the fast travel when they have control of it.
And again,
I wanted them to also be PvP saints. So.
I thought that fast travel person would disappear when the control points were passable, but now
they're just adding additional shit to the fast travel person.
Now they're allowing you to use that to fast travel between control points, which was an interesting twist. Instead of removing the tech, they've added to the tech. So there's another one.
Yep.
But anyway, is moving right along. What else we got? Yeah, that's about it for right now.
We've got nothing. It's a holiday season.
Got Jack and shit, right?
Yeah. The devs are working on bugs. They'll come back from vacation. I don't even know how many of them are actually going to be taking some days off. The local Austin schools are off this entire week, so that could explain why the office stand-up was a little bit more barren than normal.
Yeah, what is it with that? You know, not for nothing, growing up, we never got a whole week. Even I don't know about you.
So, okay, the way that schools are funded is based off of
I know
AYP, which is based off of attendance. And if you notice a trend that a lot of people are absent around a holiday, they will rearrange the calendar to allow for a little bit more wiggle room. So that's why Thanksgiving for a lot of school districts became in the U.S. This only applies to the U.S., and I'm specifically talking about in Texas. I don't know if it's the same in your state.
It probably is because...
yeah, some school districts will go until Wednesday, or Wednesday will be like a half day. Other school districts decided we're taking off this entire week, and that's it. And so you end up with a winter break, 2 winter breaks, and then spring break and everything else. So yeah, there's no telling.
Again, same thing here. The school year is based on number of days attended, and you have to have X amount of days in order to complete a school year and all that.
Yeah,
teachers get
paid on the number of students that actually attend on a given day.
And
so that's why there's a huge push to involve the police in your kid's absent from school, and then we're going to send the police officer to check on you.
Not for nothing. What the fuck happened to the truant officer? Because we used to dodge them growing up as well. When we were cutting class, you got to watch out for a truant officer. There were people who were... Their job was to pick up people who weren't attending school and get their ass to school. I mean,
there's still the truant officer, but then they also recruit things from... the police to like actually write tickets. You end up showing up in front of a judge because your kids missed a bunch of days. It's all kinds of clusterfuck, and it's an abuse of the courts and everything else.
Yeah, again, truant officer would either drag your ass to school or put a boot in your ass and say, "Get there, but don't let me catch you again." Or they would take you home to your parents and say, "What the hell is he doing?" And let your parents deal.
Yeah,
Candace, I tell you,
And I haven't taught in a couple of years, so some things have probably changed since then.
Not much.
Not a whole lot. It is education. I mean, in Texas, they're still trying to say that the best means of teaching sex education is what is that?
Practice.
What are you talking about? Sex? No.
Can't talk about it.
Yeah. So we won't even go there. But yeah.
Yeah, no practice.
Nope.
Am I doing it right? Let me try it again.
Wrong hole.
Moving right along.
But it felt so good.
I tell you, I'll tell you all about that wonderful app we have, the NBNN Shroud Avatar app, available on the Google Play Store, the Apple iTunes for the. That's right, we got it in every store for all your electronic devices, so you'll never miss a thing. If you want to take Shroud the Avatar with you on the go, when you go, or wherever you go to your app store and get a copy. You can do things like read the NBNN Daily Britannian. You can check out the forums. You can browse the map. You can see when the rifts open on the rift map. You can shop the marketplace. You can come on into Discord. Hit us up on social media. Listen to the radio stations. Check out help videos. Check out the hospitalers. Or check out what's happening in and around town on the NBNN Shroud the Avatar community calendar, which is brought to us every day by our good friends over at hometownhero.com for Bottle Day.
One pit.
You better stop that.
You know what? It's like losing my voice. Can't vape. Can't do a damn thing today. I don't know what's going on. But yeah. Okay, I guess that's gonna feel better.
There you go.
But that NBNN Shroud of the Avatar community calendar is hosted on NBNN.info. Don't forget, click on the calendar button. You can see this aggregated mess of Google public calendars related to Shroud of the Avatar. That guy, all of the ones that he knows about. If you have a Google public calendar related to Shroud, or if you want to add one-off events to the NBNN Shroud community calendar, email news@nbnn.info. And he might do something with it. And then I might read it off, depending on how I'm feeling, and if I can read. But all times on the community calendar are Central Time in the real world, but we prefer to refer to it as Nude Britannia Time. Yeah. Monday through Friday, 12s and 6s around the clock. You can always tune in your ether amplifiers to Radio Free Britannia to listen to two idiots interpreting the news, so you don't have to.
WRFP.
Listen to a little show called Lunch with us. Today at 2:00, you can always join Sean Silverfoot out in the town of Pax Lair and talk about anything related to Pax Lair and all of those boroughs of towns that are affiliated with Pax Lair. All kinds of towns. My favorite is what was it? The Nymph Isle that was renamed, unfortunately. Isle of Nymphs. I can't remember.
They up there. Sea Nymph Grotto. Still there.
Sea Nymph Grotto.
Still there.
I think it was actually renamed, and he just hasn't updated the list yet. At 3:00, you can always join a Winter Butte of Cough and do some PvE.
Euro crawl.
Yeah, that's the Euro crawl. At 7:00, James Thunder of EVL is doing the Thunder dungeon run. If that's not your thing and you'd rather go to Braemar and slaughter it, or you just want to enjoy some pain and suffering, you can go do Chili Beans with the Jade Dragons. Hopefully they've got the LFG up for that. That is Chillblade's Compendium of Pain and Suffering in Braemar. 7:00 on Radio Free Britannia is the 70s at 7. And at 10:00 is the Wicked Womb. And that's our community calendar for this Taco Tuesday. And remember, we're not going to be here for the rest of the week. Woohoo!
That's right. We're going to be gone for the rest of the week. So, of course, thank you for joining us today. And, of course, we thank everybody out there who joins us and comes on in, watches and replays. Reminder that you're watching NBNN right here on NBNN.info, twitch.tv/Synesis, twitch.tv/NBNN News, catching us in replays on YouTube, or 12s and 6s Mondays through Fridays around the clock on the in-game radio. We do appreciate it, and we love you guys and gals out there. If you want to become a supporter, you can go to any of our websites, click on the donate links, and donate a few coins. You can cheer in bits while we're live. You can throw some cryptocurrency over there to Jack's stream. You can use your Amazon Prime, and you get a free sub. We'd appreciate them if you use those on our streams. And of course, don't forget you can become a monthly supporter. Go to patreon.com/NBNN for as little as $1 a month. And all sorts of great stuff available, physical and digital goodies as well. And we, of course, appreciate it because it helps keep us running. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And don't forget the Airy Fund. Become a supporter today and play for a cause. Check out theairyfund.org for the latest updates and community causes and charitable events. The Britannian Mining Company wants you to come check out Black Rock Cove. Black Rock Cove, located in the Quell region next to the town of Exeter, and conveniently located to those mines that you want to be near. Of course, our good friends over at HometownHero.com. Don't forget, Hometown Hero is a local Austin wholesaler, and they've got some great vape juice, and they do all sorts of good stuff. I tell you what, I'm working on this one, and I told you guys back last Friday, I'm working on the Angel's Breath, one of their artist series. This is the frozen watermelon and berries, and I still haven't decided whether it's a just really a frost type flavor or whether it's more of a menthol type flavor. But
I don't know. I mix it with other things.
Well, I've got several different bottles sitting here on my desk. Just saying. I mean, we got
what are
several.
Do I need to grab a handful?
Yeah.
Oh, hold on, I got more.
Including my own homemade. This is the homemade bubble gum. Well, I make my own.
Yeah.
You can do that, but trust me, homemade is not as good as what these guys make. But great stuff. This one's actually growing on me. I got a couple of bottles of this, so I'll work these down, and I'll keep you updated on whether this becomes a favorite or not. It's a very intriguing flavor. But anyway, don't forget you can get your own bottle basically free. Cost you shipping and a penny to try. They'll ship you one of these Artist Series bottles. And that will come in one of the new size bottles. Not this little small bottle. It's one of these bigger bottles. 60 milliliters. And we'll save you some money if you decide to purchase afterwards by mentioning us. Use the promo code NBNN when you check out at HometownHero.com. You'll save 20% off your vape juice purchase by mentioning us. But you gotta mention us when you
Friday
check
sale
out.
that's about to come out.
I'm sure is
yeah. So don't forget, check that out. They've got their Laser Wolf stuff. Their crispy treats. So it's $50 with free shipping. That's going on right now. Angel's Breath and Neon for $50. That's 3 bottles, and then 5 60 milliliter bottles of Witch Doctor. I haven't had Witch Doctor yet. Have you had Witch Doctor?
No, I haven't had that yet.
Okay. That is also $50. So that's like $10 for 60 milliliters. Pretty good price. And their stuff so far has been tasty, so I can't complain about that.
This here, the Abyss in the Leviathan series, the sea salt pineapple, I tell you, is to die for. It's a premium juice, but I tell you what, it is the bomb. That's all I got to say. Cool. It's a flavor I never even thought I would like. I brought it home as a sample, and I was like, man, you guys got to send me some more of this stuff. And I'm out of it. I gotta give Lewis a shout and say, hey man, I need some more of this stuff. But coil more wands, putting the magic in your hands. Shroud's music service, putting the music in your ears. Don't forget you can hire Shroud on Shroud Marketplace. Tell you about that in a minute. RelicsByRill.com. All your licensed Shrouded Avatar swag. If you're looking for t-shirts, hats, patches, coinage, comic books, coffee mugs, shot glasses, and much, much more. Relics by Real is the place to go to see what he's got in stock, and we'll save you some money on your swag by using the promo code NBNN when you check out relicsbyreal.com. WRFB Radio Free Britannia, bringing you the latest news and entertainment 24/7, in-game and out-of-game on your radios. And of course, last but definitely not least, the Shroud Marketplace, because Shroud Marketplace is my favorite sponsor, where I get to wake up to cash in my PayPal account. I tell you what, like that stuff.
I'm gonna have to disable my shop for a couple of days, so that way I can.
So you don't have to be bothered while you're away,
in case there's a sale. Actually, I probably won't even do that. I'll take my laptop with me, and
I was gonna say
I'd have to go back to camp. I got work to do. And then, so one of the things I do is whenever I'm out there, I use TeamViewer to remote control my home PC, so that way I can actually do a bunch of things, even if I'm away from my computer. But yes, ShroudMarketplace.com is the best place to go buy or sell anything Shroud of the Avatar related. And that is anything from accounts to game gold, Crowns of the Obsidian, services, telethon rares, pledge items, whatever. As long as it's not a bannable offense, it can be bought or sold at Shroud Marketplace from different players. Over 135 different players have registered as vendors. You too can register as a vendor and start selling your items. It's so easy. Laz can do it. Yesterday there was an update to the shopping cart, so hopefully a lot of those things, some of the things will be changing as far as the visual aspect of things. But yes, check it out. I love the fact that Crowns of the Obsidian at Shroud Marketplace, cheaper than you can get on sale from Portalarium. So, or even if you're looking for that boxed edition of Shroud of the Avatar from the collector series, you've got people selling those.
Yeah.
Yes, there are, including Caffeine's. That's Caffeus Forgius in game. Caffeine in Discord, or Caffeine if you really want to annoy him. He's selling his Royal Founders Lord Marshall's edition. So it's got the deeds, it's got the trinkets, it's got the books. All of that is in the box. It is ready to be shipped to you, and he's got it at Black Friday pricing. So check his shop out. You can even go check out my shop. You can check out Laz's shop. You can check out the services. You can sit there and do a search for scrolls if you're looking for teleports or recall scrolls, and you can see that there are a couple people selling them. This guy's got the best stuff. Guaranteed not to fizzle from my shop. He'll sell you fizzle insurance for his and mine.
I'll sell you fizzle insurance for anybody.
Anybody's. Absolutely.
But yes,
anything and everything. Go check out those services, including some of our favorite services, like Bambino's host a Gust Ball game service, leveling services, cheese sign writing. You have to remember, we at NBN are also clients of the cheesiest writing out there.
That's right. And we have some of the cheesiest writing in the game right here on our lot.
I did the sausage writing. We paid for the cheesy writing in Runic, no less. You can even find Skirta's music service thing for $5 gets you
anything you want,
including Skirta. Or if you're looking for an in-game wedding, you can always contact that guy.
That's right. Don't forget, if you're looking to get hitched, come check out Lazarus Long's Weddings and More, because it's not just weddings, it's a whole lot more. But if you want to get married in-game, we've got everything you need, from the venue to custom vows. We've even got the wedding dress and tux if you don't want to go out and do it yourself. We got you covered. If you want to have an above-ground wedding, an underground wedding, a seaside wedding, a lakeside wedding, a bloodletting wedding, a balloon jump wedding, we got it all. We can do anything you ask, and of course, we'll make it up as we go. You want something creative? I've done some of the most creative stuff. We've done the golden showers wedding down by the crafting center on a moment's notice. So you don't have to give us much notice. Just give us a heads up. Tell us what you want, and we'll get you taken care of. But of course, if you're looking for those telethon rares and you want to get some old collectibles that you may have missed out on in whole packages, check out all the collectibles we've got as well. Got some lot needs, got bulk ores, and of course I've got that ultimate collector's package that was just recently added, which has everything from release 19 till this release, including all the emotes with some goodies thrown in. And this is an unused account, never logged in, so all the emotes come with everything when you log the character in for the first time. So if you're an ultimate collector, there's a big collector's package I got out there, and this price will continue to probably go up as I continue to add monthly collections to it, because I'm going to keep adding the monthly collection.
It becomes more. It becomes worth more.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, getting the emotes, priceless, folks. You can't get a lot of these emotes anymore because they're just not available. So don't forget, check out Lazarus Long's Weddings and More, because like I said, it's not just weddings, it's a whole lot more. But meanwhile, we're going to have to wrap it up for today. We're going to get out of here and go start enjoying the festive Thanksgiving season. And of course, we do have a lot to give thanks for, especially for all you folks who help keep us going out there. We thank you all. And of course, we'll be back next Monday, God willing, if we're not too stuffed with turkey or Jack doesn't have to go to the doctor after down at the fair. But no comments. He's busy looking at that smut on the other screen.
Don't know what you're talking about.
But till then, I'm Laz.
I'm Jack.
And we are NBNN. Have a great holiday, everybody. Gonna say something?
What I was actually looking at was I was trying to verify something. I was verifying whether or not 42 in Roman numerals versus ASCII is actually the asterisk. So,
okay.
Internet memes. I was distracted, but we're out of here.
We're out of here. Have a great holiday. We'll see you all on Monday.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.